Hello YouTube fans, I'm Speedball Haro and I'm here today to review the complete builds of Flametoys' Furai models Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. As you can see from here, they're fully built and articulated posed. Alright, this. Now for the video, I'm pretty much just going to use one of them to reference them all because they're all the same kid in every means minus color. So, since Starscream is the leader, I'm going to use him. And after I push him back out of this pose I put him in for fun, so you can see how he looks in normal stance. And as you can see from how I'm turning him and such, he is fully articulated. Shoulders, all that, even the toes. And offhand, do I say this is a good kid? It's not. It's definitely a fun kid. It's a good kid. I've had no major problems with it. Have I had any issues with it? Minus extra paintwork, which isn't bad. It was only one or two little things that anyone can handle with no problem. Other than that, the sticker sheet you get with this pretty much covers everything you'd need. I think it's fun to build, and to be honest, I thought it was more fun to paint the details on that I did, because I think it looks more G1 accurate in a sense. Do I think this is a good set to get because you have all three of the original Seekers? Yes, I do think that. They're all fun to have together as you see them right here. Do I think each one is different from the other? Minus colors and such, not entirely. Is there one I'd recommend out of the three? Honestly, it's preference. If you're more of a fan of Thundercracker, go ahead. Skywarp or Starscream, it's up to you. Is there any difference between the three? Not minus the colors, not entirely, no. They're all the same mold as I stated. Now, to get to some of the extra work, as you can see, I'm going to try to show off every angle so you can see them. Now, what I liked about this is that the mold for the wings, as you see, actually has the insignia on it. So I'm going to try to show it. And with a little paint effort, you can make these look really good, as you see here. And I'm no expert, so I'm sure a lot of people can do better than I could, but still, I liked how it turned out. It's easy for anyone to do. Of course, you can just do the sticker sheets that these come with. Either way works. Now, has there been any issues with this kit so far? No, not that I've had. I'm not saying for anyone else that's had this kit. Do I think there's any flaws? Well, if I had to say, the shoulders it's not the problems with the shoulders, but you can't get really full articulated shin, as you can see here. It's the wings, the way it's set up. Unless you fold the wings back like this to get better and full articulation, they're pretty much blocked by the wings in the end. The head, though, they're all in the ball now, so minus the shoulders and thighs, everything else is ball jointed. Head, as you see here, you can do a full head spin. Now the waist, so is three parts. There's three ball joint connections. From the top here with the thrusters, the mid waist, and the bottom part of the waist. All of it's full ball joint. So it does give them a lot more articulation that way. And this, of course, can move too. And so can all the skirt parts. Which, in a sense, I think that's one flaw they could have adjusted only a little bit. And what I mean is not in a bad way. I felt like they were really short. I think they could have gone a little longer to get so it's not too short. But, that's just an idea I had. But it's not bad. It's still good. The sides, too. Same with these. These don't move too much, but they, they got some movement. And same with these back here. They're not bad though. Have I had any stable issues? No, these have been standing pretty well. No issue. And of course, and so you can all see, he does have a full bend there. And of course, complete wrist articulation. And even the wings, as I showed it, does move all the way. So if there been any other issues, not really, no. Pretty cool. And if you hadn't noticed, these are clear parts for the jet parts. They all have the exact same color, so you know, same with the eyes. Now, oop, my bad. Oh, and before I forget, these parts here actually move up and down, probably for positioning, so you know. And so does the knees. Okay. Now, out of these three kits, do any of them have any extra parts, something that makes them different from the others? No, they do not. They're all the same, exact number of parts and such. They all have, and they all, so you know, they do have extra hands. I can show you that right now. As you can see, they all come with a pair of 6 hands each. They get 2 closed fists. I hope you can see that. Nothing major there, unless you want to punch someone. You got the jazz hands, is pretty much anyone could call them. You got, and lastly, a set of trigger finger hands for both. Now, the reason why they gave you these is because of the gun parts. These can come off. They're not, you don't have to keep them on, see? Because what's cool about these is they added a little gimmick to them. There's a port to connect it, and then there's a trigger handle. So you can hold it like this. Now, unfortunately, this part isn't really that tight, so it will fall out. But to be honest, being that they are seekers, most of the time you're not going to want it that way unless you're doing a really good diorama pose. But to be honest, as you all know, for those who know seekers, they always have their guns out like this. Bam, pew pew, and such. Now, the one thing I figured with these kits that I really noticed is if they really wanted to, they could actually reuse these molds to make other seekers. What I mean is by that, as you can see from how these guys look, if they wanted to, if they took a little extra time with the molds, they could adjust the head shape, the backpack section, and the feet, or the legs to be precise, and they could possibly make the conehead seekers with them. Like ramjet, dirge, thrust. They could do that with these. I could figure that out. I mean, all they would have to do is alter these back parts here that hold the wings, and they just have to alter these leg parts for the jet parts, for the wing parts for those guys, and of course a new head, which then then the rest of it would just be the regular molds of these guys. And of course, I think that'd be pretty cool. But if they don't do that, I mean, I don't say it'd be cool, but if they don't, it's fine. But I do see that there's a chance they will probably release more in this mold, being like the Rainmaker set, being the fact that, this company likes to reuse their molds. And to be honest, this isn't a bad mold. I've had no issues with it. I mean, as you can see, it's well detailed. It's got good articulation. And all the parts stay on pretty well. I mean, here, look. Nothing's falling off. He's a little shaky, but literally nothing's falling off him. So I think that's cool to see. Now, color accuracy, minus the wing detail, as you can see, because I painted the details on all of them. That's one thing you'd have to paint. And the only other thing you'd have to paint for these guys are the knees. Because the colors you see I painted around the parts. But originally they're all just one color. So you would have to paint that. Other than that, pretty much straight building these guys and such like that, you're pretty much accurate right off the bat. I've had no problem with them. Now, the one thing you should know for these three is that Starscream's mold is the only one with the face plates in its regular color. It's the color you saw. The only Thundercracker and Skywarps, there's one pre-painted face for both of them, but the second, because you'll get a duplicate face. They all get a duplicate. And as you can see, if you can see that, sorry, not that good at this yet. Like Skywarps here. For the secondary face, you'll get a complete piece, but it's not painted. It's completely in black as his guns and such. Same with Thundercrackers. His is in blue. But you will get a pre-painted face for all of them. Now, if you wanted to scratch build that for a mask faceplate or something like that, you can. That's perfect for that. And Starscream too, he gets an extra face, so that's the good part. If by chance you damage one of their faces, and if you have a Starscream left over, you'll have another face that you can just replace them with. So that's awesome. Now, do I think that they'll do more with this mold? I could see that. Like I said, I could see a Rainmaker set, or if anyone out there is good at bashing, altering, etc. You could definitely, I could see a ramjet thrust or dirge with this mold. All that's needed to be altered is where the wings are, with the legs and the headpiece. The arms, and such, they would. You might have to adjust the shoulders, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. But other than that, the molds are pretty good for a Conehead set, if they wanted to. I honestly hope they do, because I think that'd be cool. Like you see here, their articulation's good. I've had no problem with parts. Nothing's fallen off them. And of course, if you get all three, they look good next to each other, as you can see. They do look good. And I know... And other than that, like I said, you get extra hands. And of course, you see, if you can see it all, you get nice box arts with these guys. And of course, you got nice manuals for each of them. So I think they did really good with these kits. Do I recommend these kits? Definitely. These are fun. They're definitely for Transformer fans, or for people who enjoy Gunpla, models, Kotobukias, all those kind. You'll definitely like these. I've had no issues. They're decent and they're good price. They're not too expensive. I believe I've seen Bluefin even release a special release now with Skywarp and Thundercracker for a decent price. And for most of these kids where you can get them, I got mine from USA Gundam Store if you want. There's that. Or you can definitely get them through Bluefin. They would have them and such like that. Do I think they'll be using these molds anytime soon? I don't think so yet. I mean, from what I know offhand, the next set to come out will be the Rodimus, Optimus Primal, the awaited but sadly ridiculed Windblade. I don't ridicule it. I want to have that kit because I have the Drift. I'm gonna get Bumblebee soon, and having those three, I call them the rising stars of Transformers due to the fact that more shows nowadays have them all in them, have those three specifically in them, one way or the other. So I like them, and I do like the old designs that they have for them for this series of kits, as you see. Now, but as I said, I don't know if they'll be using them anytime soon, because I know the next kit to come out will be the Megatron's Decepticon logo version. For those who don't know, the only major difference there is a faceplate, so and a sticker. But after that, it will be, like I stated, Rodimus, Optimus Primal, Windblade. Now there is going to be an Ultra Magnus attack, or not attack, IDW Optimus Prime. So it's going to be in white color, completely white. But I like that. I do like it. For those who know that version of Ultra Magnus, it looks really good. I like it. I'm definitely going to get it. There's also going to be, honestly, I call it Cliff Jumper, but it's called Red Bumblebee. I am probably going to get that too. Honestly, I'd probably try to get all of them. But those are the recent announced ones. And the other one that is not yet molded is a Leo Convoy. For those who, or as they call it, Leo Prime. I love the design for that kit. I think it will do great. Fine, but as I stated before, do I recommend these kits for everyone? If you're a Gundam fan, Gunpla fan, and model kit fan, definite. If you're a Transformers fan, definite. All right, good day.